Hey everybody. So about a few days after Christmas of 2012, I went to Europe for a tour with an amazing ska, jazz, fusion band out of DC called Eastern Standard Time. Their guitar player, Zach Cutler, also plays guitar for me for many, many years. And they needed someone to do their merch. And he suggested me because he knew that it would be the holidays and I wouldn't have to work. And he knew that I spoke a lot of different languages, so that could maybe be of help for them during the tour. Just kind of interacting with the fans at the merch table and things like that. So I did it, and it was an amazing experience. I did a study abroad trip in Seville, Spain when I was in college, and that was summer of 2002. So that was the last time I was in Europe, and I was really excited to have an excuse to go back. Little did I know that over the course of this trip, a fire would be rekindled in me. I'd always wanted to live in Europe, and Paris was one of those cities that I'd always dreamed of living in. And that trip really lit the fire in me and getting me to kind of really seriously prepare to make that a reality. Because I think everything that we conceive is something that's possible. Otherwise, we wouldn't have the ideas in our mind. But it's whether or not you're really going to have the courage to try and make it happen. I think that's the difference between people who we look at and consider them heroic or successful, or all of those big adjectives that we come up with to describe people basically who just followed their intuition, their ideas. So this trip was one of those blessings for me that kind of put me in the right direction. Of course, I don't sell merch for a living, but I am an artist. So I had lots of fun being creative with how I decorated my table each night, and I made selling merch kind of like a extra performance that the audience got when they came to the show every night, because I would dance with the CDs and the vinyls and a lot of fun. I had fun with it, and by the end of the tour, I actually knew the lyrics. At the beginning of the tour, I would make up the words. Actually, I was doing double duty by the end of the tour because Unique had to return home for like the last 3 or 4 shows, and I ended up subbing for him and singing a few of the songs during the show each night. If you really love me, we spent almost 2 weeks in Germany, and it was my first time visiting Germany. And by the end of the time in Germany, I had this feeling of comfort. I felt like I was at home while I was there, and I couldn't fully express to the other bandmates why I was feeling this way. Little would I know that a few years later I would be living in Germany, and I think it was God's way of letting me know that you could make it here, you could be comfortable here. I think a lot of Americans, especially Black Americans, when we think about Germany, we think about Hitler and the Holocaust and so many negative things that we learn about German history in school. But my experience in present-day Germany was much, much different during the tour. And I'm really grateful that I had the opportunity to do the tour because it really opened my eyes and my heart to the possibility of living somewhere else other than France.